Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of our Fortran tutorials. Yesterday, or in the last video I should say, we have started up NetBeans. We've made sure that our compiler can compile our Fortran programs, and we then created ourselves a little Hello World program. And as you can see, as from the last video, we got two lines, basically print and end, and that created us our little program, and there we go, our hello world. Okay, so what we're going to have a little look at is structure, but first of all what we'll do is just look at the commenting. When we created this file and inserted a file into our folder of source files, it's brought in a file from a template, which is our hello world template. And what it also does is it puts in these comments. Now, it's good practice to put in any comments in any kind of programming that you're doing, and in Fortran's case it's the use of the exclamation mark. In C++ I think it's the star or the forward slash or two forward slashes, and in various programming languages now it invariably tends to be a forward slash, but in Fortran, because it's an older language, it uses the exclamation mark. Now, all of these lines here will of course be ignored by the compiler, because they're just pure comments for our use or for another programmer's use. So they're not too bad. We can just put those in, and of course the template brings up what the file name is by default, the author's name, and that'll come in from your actual NetBeans and your program there, and it also brings in the date and the time at which the file was created. Now, the next two lines are fairly simple. We've got our print and we've got our end. However, it's not the best kind of practice, really, I don't think, to do this. One of the things that some of the older versions of Fortran, in that it was the Fortran 77 and the Fortran 90, was to use a couple of other keywords here just to create our program, and it becomes very much like a function, because we will write functions later on in this series of videos. We have to actually tell the compiler what is a function and what is not. However, we don't necessarily have to do it with our main program, but I still think it's fairly good practice to do that. So what we'll do is we'll just knock that down a line or two there. Now, what we tend to do is use a keyword called program, and we'll call it my main, just to keep it simple. And at the end, instead of typing end there, we'll, whoops, can't spell now, end program my main. Okay, so what we're basically telling the compiler here is that this is going to be my program. This bit is the bit that you should first start to run. So we can have many more files listed under our source files, so the compiler needs to know which program is started up first. Okay, so if you take it to, again, C or C++, or even Visual Basic or Basic itself, it's that main part of the program that says, I'm the one that you should always run first. Everything else, the main program will run when it's told to do so and when the conditions are right. So here we've just put in program, main program. That tells the compiler this is where you start from, ignore everything else, start from here, print our hello world, and then again it's good practice, rather than just using the keyword end, to then say end program and then my main. So now anything between these two my mains here will be run. So if we press a run on there, and there we go. Now, I'm not sure whether you noticed at all, but it didn't have that much effect on the total time that it ran. I think previously it was about 980 milliseconds. We've put effectively one extra line and a couple of extra keywords in there, and it's actually run out at 20 milliseconds less. So you know, there's no main differences between the length just by adding that one extra line. And it now gives you basically not comments, but it gives you an area now where you can see that this is your main program, and anything else that you put in after here will be functions. Okay, I hope that's clear and fairly simple to understand. If you have any questions or comments, please by all means leave them, and I will try and get back to them. Unfortunately, I can't always get back to them fairly quickly, but I will do my best to try. So yeah, leave any questions or comments, and subscribe if you like, and then you'll be notified when I make any future videos. For now, take care, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.